I was traveling for 5 days to Tiflis instead of the normal 3. The whole station was crammed with soldiers. Many of them were drunk. There were some courts-martial, and 3 men were shot there on the platform. A drunken comrade explained that the first man had been shot for theft, the second was shot by mistake because he was mistaken for the first, and the third was also shot by mistake because he had been mistaken for the second. I had to stay the day in Tiflis. The train to Alexandropol went in the evening only. The following morning, I was there. I found Gurdjieff setting a dynamo for his brother. Again, I noticed his remarkable capacity for adapting himself to any kind of work. I met his family. They were people of a very old and peculiar culture. His father was a narrator of legends and traditions, something of a bard. I spent about 2 weeks in Alexandropol. One fine day, Gurdjieff said that I would be going to St. Petersburg. In Moscow and St. Petersburg, I had to inform the members of the group that he was beginning new work in Kislovodsk. The papers which I got on the way were full of news about shooting in the streets of St. Petersburg. Those were the Bolsheviks who were shooting into the crowd. They were trying their strength. In Moscow, I managed to see a few people while waiting for the night train to St. Petersburg, and I passed on to them what Gurdjieff had said. Then I went to St. Petersburg and passed on the message to our groups. In 12 days, I was again on the train to the Caucasus. In Pyatigorsk, I learned that Gurdjieff was not living at Kislovodsk, but at Essentuki, and in 2 hours' time I was with him in a small country villa. We spent 6 weeks in Essentuki. Even 6 years would be a short period for everything that was connected with this time, to such an extent was it filled. During those 6 weeks, Gurdjieff unfolded to us the plan of the whole work. He led us at a fast pace without losing a single minute. We went to bed very late and got up very early. We slept for 4 or 5 hours at the most. We did all the housework, and the rest of the time was occupied with exercise. All the ideas we had come to know up to that time brought us face to face with a whole series of questions connected with the practical realization of work on oneself. In life, everything is always arranged far too comfortably for a man to work. In a school, a man finds himself among other people who were not his choice and with whom perhaps it is difficult to live and work. The short Essentuki summer was drawing to a close. We had begun to think of the winter and to make various plans. And suddenly everything changed, for a reason that seemed to be accidental and which was the result of friction between certain members of our group. Gurdjieff announced that he was dispersing the whole group and stopping all work. At first we simply did not believe him, thinking he was putting us to a test. All of us announced that we would follow him wherever he went. Gurdjieff consented to this, but he said that we had to look after ourselves and that there would not be any work, no matter how much we counted on it. All this surprised me very much. I considered the moment most inappropriate for acting, and if Gurdjieff was serious, then why had the whole business been started? I don't know why, but from this moment there began in me the separation between Gurdjieff and his ideas. Until then I had not separated them. My personal position in Gurdjieff's work began to change. For a whole year something had been accumulating, and gradually I began to see that there were many things I could not understand, and that I had to go. The decision to leave Gurdjieff's work and leave him produced in me a great inner struggle. Later I found the possibility to continue to work in the same direction as Gurdjieff, but independently.